Hey everyone, it's Karen with Yes Please PaperCrafts, and in this video I'm going to be doing a scrapbook layout for the scrapr-blogspot.com website, and I'm on the design team and I'm doing this project for the February challenge. And this challenge is the What's My Challenge, so every month they're going to have a different type of challenge, and back in January we did the bingo challenge. So for this challenge it's called the Celebrate a Spunky Old Broad, and the challenge rules are: your challenge is to create a layout about you or another woman you know, age 50 or over, who believes it is never too late to live a dream, be who she wants to be, or create and do whatever she wants to do. And you must use the following slogan somewhere on your layout: like fine wine, women get better with age. And so as soon as I saw this, I knew I was going to do a layout with a picture of my mom, because my mom is an awesome person, and she always taught me from the time I was little that if I set my mind to something, I could do anything. And I really truly believe that. So here is the picture of my mom that I'm going to be scrapbooking. Now this picture was taken last year in January when we went on a cruise. We went on the cruise with me, my mom, and my sister Jeannie. And this is one of the pictures from that cruise. So I'm going to use this picture. Now, once I've decided that I was going to use this picture, I knew that I had to kind of make my choices with whatever paper I was going to use. Go with this blouse that she was wearing because it's very colorful and it's got a really large pattern. It looks kind of tropical. And so I decided that I would look at some of my travel paper pads, and I found this one. This is from Craft Smart. I believe I got this from Michael's, and it is called Born to Travel. And I thought that the colors in my mom's blouse that she was wearing works really well with this paper pad and the colors in this paper pad. Now I also pulled a thicker because I'm going to be doing a really large title with this saying, "And fine wine, women get better with age." I thought this would be really pretty. These are called Journey, and I can't remember what collection this is from, but they're really pretty chipboard thickers in all different colors, and I think it goes really well with this paper pad. So I'm going to be using that. And one of the things, I kind of flipped through this paper pad already, and I decided I was going to use one of these papers as my background. So let me just share with you. Isn't that cute? I love this page. I'm going to have to come back and do a layout with that page because that's adorable. But I'm going to be using this paper as my background. And I think the picture is really busy, so I kind of wanted the picture to stand out. So I think I'm going to do something like this with the title over here. Now I wanted to bring in a little bit more pink because she's got a lot of pink in her top. And so I decided, I was going through here and I thought I'm going to pull this pink and white stripe. Let's see if I can find it. Isn't this cute paper? I love this paper. Not that one. Let's see. I almost used this. I thought that was really pretty too, but I think the blue goes much better. It kind of looks like the outside, like the sky. Here it is. So I'm going to be using this stripe. And I'm going to try to keep this layout pretty simple. And I just want the photo to kind of be the star of this layout. But isn't this cute? I just love this stripe, and I think this is going to make a really cute mat for my photo. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Now I'm going to go ahead and stop talking because I can't scrap and talk at the same time. But I'll do a voiceover later, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to get started with making sure that my background page is 12 by 12. And it was kind of interesting because I didn't even need to cut anything off of that. I guess that paper pad doesn't have any extra at the top. I'm going to go ahead and trim my photo down using this Creative Memories personal paper trimmer. And then I'm going to map my picture on this striped paper. And I decided my picture wasn't standing out enough, so I'm going to go ahead and pull in some white cardstock. And I'm going to go ahead and map the picture on the white cardstock. And I'm using the We Are Memory Keepers layering guides. It's one of my favorite tools in my craft room, and I'm using the 1/8 inch layer. Now when you use these layering guides, you can just go around it with an X-Acto knife around all four sides, and it makes a really even mat around your entire picture. And I just really love using those. I have trouble with using paper trimmers to make a mat because I always seem to get it to where it's not even on all four sides. So I really love using those layering guides. Okay, so I'm going to map this picture and I'm trying to figure out exactly, which part of this paper I want to use because the stripes were kind of uneven. So it did make a difference depending on where I put the picture on this paper, kind of how it was going to look on my layout. And I did decide I wanted to have both pink at the top and the bottom. And I really love how that mat came out. I thought that was really cute. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start working on my title. And I wanted to spell out part of the word with these larger stickers and then pull in some smaller alpha stickers to make part of the title. I didn't want to use these stickers for the entire title because I thought that would be way too big and it would just be overpowering for the layout. So I got my sticker book out. This is my stickers by color. And I created this book with an old Happy Planner. And I have an organization video that I just put up a couple of days ago on my channel. And I'll leave a link in the description below to that video where I shared how I created this book for my stickers and how I organized my stickers. And I'm going to pull out this pink sticker and also a green, and I'm still looking because I really wanted to find a pink, a green, and a blue to kind of match the thickers that I was using, but I wasn't really able to find anything that I really liked that was blue. And so I tried a couple of different things. I did try using these little pink stickers. I also tried using those green ones. And in the end, it's funny because on the back side of that light pink sticker sheet was another set of stickers that matched the pink in that striped paper, and I'm going to end up using those stickers instead. So I did spend quite a bit of time working on this title and trying to figure out which alphas to use, and also trying to figure out which words I wanted to use for the larger thickers and then which words I should use with the smaller alphas. And so I'm just going to go ahead and skip ahead so y'all don't have to watch me making up this title because it was quite a bit of video footage that I cut out. So I did actually build my title on some wax paper, and now I'm just going to move it over to my page. I kind of did have a good idea of what I was going to do, and at first I thought I would alternate the light pink and the dark pink, and after I put that on there I decided it was just too busy, and because the letters in the thickers were all different colors, I thought it would be much better to just use one color for the small alpha stickers. And so that's kind of what my title is going to look like. And I'm just going to go back and put all those little light pink stickers back on that sticker sheet. And I'm just going to use all of the darker pink stickers. Okay, so I pretty much have my title worked out there, and that's what I'm going to be doing. And as I was looking at this, I thought, wow, I have a lot of pink on this page, and maybe I should add something. And so I'm looking back through this paper pad, and I found this paper. It was really cute, and it had that really dark navy color in there. And I thought that'd be really pretty to add some more navy or blue to my layout. And I also pulled out a couple other sheets of paper from my paper pad that I'm going to use to make some embellishments. I'm going to be doing some fussy cutting. And I didn't really have anything that went with this paper pad. I just basically had the paper pad and no die cuts or anything that went with this. So I'm going to be mostly using the paper from the paper pad to create all the embellishments for this layout. I did bring in some wood veneer and also some enamel dots, but all of the other things I'm going to be cutting out of this paper. So at first I was thinking I would make a mat behind my picture, and I wanted to leave a large enough mat there to where I could see the images that were in the paper because they were really cute. It had things like luggage and globes and passports and things like that. But the problem was it was just way too big once I got that matted, and I didn't have enough room to do that. So then I started kind of playing around. I took the picture off of the that blue pattern paper, and I just started moving it around. I put the picture back on there without that blue paper, and I thought, no, I definitely want to use that navy blue paper because I thought it added so much color to the layout, and then it also gave a lot of weight to that side of the layout, which kind of balanced out the large title and the globe on the left hand side. So I thought it really did look better with that blue pattern paper. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, and kind of figure out a way to make it work where it's kind of falling off the right side of the layout. And later I'm going to go back and kind of trim that and cut that off. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and work on fussy cutting out some of these images. I cut out those two little Polaroid pictures, and I'm also going to be cutting out this passport that had a little flower on one side, and I'm going to be using those as embellishments. I also used a circle punch, and I cut out three little circles that were on one of the cut-aparts, and they had gold on the outside of them, so they were really pretty. I thought that was so cute, such a cute touch to have the gold around that circle like that. And there were so many papers in this paper pad that had the gold accents, and I just really love when I get paper pads that have different full accents. I think it's so pretty. I also fussy cut out a floral that I'm going to use as part of my embellishment cluster at the top. And then I was looking for something to use as the base of my embellishment cluster. So I'm going to cut out this little pink card that's in the middle there. And I'm using this Creative Memories trimmer. And it has these really cool guides. They're like plastic and they're transparent. And you can kind of get an idea as you roll those guides up and down the paper track there of where you're going to cut. And so you can make sure that you're cutting in the right spot. It's kind of similar to the Fiskars paper trimmer with the wire, but I really like this because it really does help you with getting an idea of exactly where you're going to cut. And so that's a really cool feature of that paper trimmer. So I'm going to go ahead and place that at the top to kind of start my embellishment cluster, and then I'm going to start popping things up onto foam tape. I love popping things up on foam tape, and I did pop up all three of the little circle embellishments that I made. I also added some foam tape to the little passport, and I'm going to go ahead and start sticking all of this stuff down. I thought it was really cute that the globe was actually part of my background image, but I was able to build a cluster right on top of that. And I thought that worked out really well. I'm going to go ahead and start gluing down my pictures and all of the things on the right hand side of the page here. And I was really hoping that I could get it back on there the way that I had it, because I really did like the placement of it, and I did manage to get it back on there. I also did add some foam tape underneath that floral at the top to kind of pop that up a little bit. And I'm going to place these little Polaroid pictures down there to create a cluster at the bottom right corner of my layout. And I really do like the cluster placement on this page. I thought it really created a nice triangle from the top of the photo over to the globe and then over to that right corner. And then made the title really stand out because the title was on the left-hand top corner of the layout by itself. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and trim off this paper, and I was kind of struggling because both the blue navy paper was white and my background was white, and I was having a really hard time telling, where the edge of the paper was. So I just took my trimmer out and I went ahead and trimmed that off, and that worked out much better. So I was thinking about what else could I use on this page, and I thought about getting out some wood veneers because I had these travel themed wood veneers, and so I did pull out a globe. And it was funny because the little circle that I had that was kind of like the world, it fit perfectly on that little wooden globe. I also picked out an airplane and also a little potty girl to add to my layout. I wanted to add a piece of wood veneer to all three clusters, and so I'm going to put the globe at the top, and I took the foam tape off of that little circle and I just glued it right there onto that wood veneer. That was so cute. I don't know, that was just like, I don't know, sometimes things just work out, and it was the right size to fit right on top of that wood veneer globe. So I'm adding some glue to the back of each one of these wood veneers, and I'm using the art glitter glue, and I just love that glue. It's my favorite liquid glue, and I use it for pretty much everything. Added that little airplane there, right there, kind of going around the globe, and then I'm going to be putting that little globe right there at the top of the layout. So this layout is getting pretty close to finish. I'm going to spend quite a bit of time trying to get my thickers lined up and then glued down. I find that a lot of times I will put them on there and they look straight, but then later after I've glued them down, they won't be straight. So I'm going to be using a T-square ruler here to line up all these thickers and make sure that they're all straight before I glue them down, because once I glue them down, I'm not going to be able to move them. Now what I like to do, especially with the chipboard thickers, is I will take and peel the backing off, and apply some wet glue and then stick it down onto my layout, because that's the only way that I find that it actually gets on there and it stays on there. Because if I don't do this, I end up with a layout that has letters missing by the time I go to put that page into an album. So I do like to go ahead and put the liquid glue on there and stick those down. Now, if it's a foam thicker, a lot of times with the foam ones, you don't have to add the extra adhesive. But unfortunately, a lot of times with these chipboard thickers, you do have to add extra adhesive, otherwise they don't stay on there. I did also put pencil marks on there to make sure that when I picked the letter up, when I went to glue it back down, I was in the right place. And I'm just going back and erasing that with an eraser to make sure that I get all those marks off. And rather than having all of those pink stickers lined up, I did kind of make them wonky looking, and I thought that looked really cool. Okay, so now I'm going to be pulling in some enamel dots, and I have my enamel dots stored by color in some acrylic drawer units, and I have a video that I put out just recently on organizing my enamel dots. If you're interested in that, I will leave a link to that video in the description below. And I'm going to be picking out some pink hearts and also some gold, like really shiny gold enamel dots. And I'm going to be sprinkling those around the layout in each of the clusters, and I thought those were so cute. Sometimes it takes me a while to figure out the placement of the enamel dots, but I do eventually figure out where I'm going to put them. I do like to put the enamel dots, kind of tuck them under things, or put them in the center of like a flower, or sometimes I will put it on the edge, like right on the edge of the globe. I think it looks better if you put it like next to something or slightly under. It just kind of makes it look more organic and like it belongs there. So I really had a lot of fun creating this layout, and I do enjoy creating my own embellishments and fussy cutting. And so I just think that sometimes it's more fun and it's much more of a creative process when you have to create your own embellishments. So these are some close-ups of my layout, and I hope y'all did enjoy this scrapbook process video. And if you did, please give this video a like. And if you would like to see more videos, please subscribe. And stick around to the end, because I'll have some more close-ups and also a short clip of my two dogs, Bella and Lilybell. And that's all I have for you guys today. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye now. What y'all doing? Are you snoozing, Miss Lilybell? So why are you on your old bed when you have the new one over there? I don't understand. Got you that nice big bed for Christmas and you sleeping on the old one. No. Want a billy rub? Go and get a billy rub? Come see. Lilybell's ready for her billy rub. You ready for your billy rub? They only got one hand. See, Mama just got one hand because I'm holding the camera. What you doing, Doodle? What you doing, Miss Lilybell? Huh? Are y'all being good girls?